Okay, so... Oh, you don't have your headphones on yet. Whoopsie doopsie. Muffed it up again.
Welcome back.
Oh, we're going right into it. I thought we were still going like, hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
Ooh, hey, girl.
Welcome back.
Flubbed that one. Welcome back. This is Call Me Crying.
It is. And if you didn't know, you clicked on the episode, so that's your fault.
Yeah. I am flubbing this so much.
That's your favorite word today, flubbing.
Flubbing. Ooh, that's a...
It's because he calls me Flubby.
No, I don't, bitch.
Your Flubby's sticking out.
If I was going to call you Flubby, I'd call you Flubber.
That's what I meant to say. He calls me Flubber.
That was a great movie. R.I.P. Robin Williams.
I know. Favorite.
Marsha Gay Harden's in that.
Mm-hmm.
I heard the ice cream stand. Sorry. That was a tangent. We just started. We're already on a tangent.
I know.
How's your day, girl?
My day's good. I had a good day. Good week, good day.
Okay.
You know?
Lucky you.
I know. How's yours?
Stressful. But yeah, it's fine. It's all fine.
How's your week?
Once again, I somehow ended up hungover. I feel like it's like, I gotta stop drinking, girl. I'm not even drinking that much. My body's just like, you know what? You gonna fuck around. You gonna find out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so.
I mean, you did drink a lot that day.
Did I, though? I blame you.
No, I literally told you can't blame me.
Well.
While you were about to get drunk, I could tell. Josh was bringing us shots, and I was like, Matt, I was drunk
at that point. I do remember this. I was drunk.
And then you were like, I got it. And I was like, you can't blame me then.
Yeah.
And what happened? You blame me.
Yeah. Well, okay.
You could blame my husband.
Maybe we should tell everyone what we're talking about.
Oh,
so, Kayleigh and her husband, Josh.
That's me.
Had, in case you didn't know, Leigh, had a barbecue this past weekend. Mm-hmm. And I was there.
Hostess with the mostest.
And yeah, it was like an early barbecue.
Mm-hmm. We got a lot of friends with kids.
With kids, yeah. So it was early. There was kids there, but all good. No crazy kids.
Oh yeah, great.
But yeah, so they had a barbecue, and obviously I stayed later than everyone else because I live next door. So like, you know, it is what it is.
I think people think Matt lives at my house too. Did Kate tell you what our friend Kate, what her husband said?
No.
When he was like, who's going to be there? And she was like, I think this person and that person and Matt. And he's like, well, obviously I know Matt's going to be there.
Great. I got to get new friends. Well, that's why I was the last one to show up. I showed up late.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah. I mean, you did also send me to the liquor store right before I came up. But I was like, I'm not going to get there early because I don't need people thinking I live here. I'm going to show up late.
I was waiting too because I'm a late person. Even when it comes to events that I'm hosting myself. Mm-hmm. So the barbecue started at 2. By 1:45, I was like, oh shit, I got to do my makeup, my hair, get dressed. I'm doing all that. I hear people come in. I'm like, oh God. Yeah,
you tend, every time you're like, oh, we're leaving at this time. And then I show up and you're like, oh, I'm just doing my makeup. And I'm like, cool.
Fabulously late.
Cool. So yeah, I was late this time.
Yeah.
Because I'm always early.
Facts.
Yeah. But yeah, so had the barbecue, didn't really drink all that much. Mm-mm. And then, yeah, stayed later. So it was the three of us like it always is.
We got impulsive. We
bought concert tickets to see Tyler Childers. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I think that is about the point that I was drunk because did I tell you my initial reaction when we were like, oh, we're going to buy these tickets was, oh, I'll have my parents watch Finn.
Yes.
But my parents are out of town and I knew about it and I totally was like, yeah, it's fine. So yeah, looking for childcare for Finn.
I don't know if we can cut what I'm about to say, but...
You always say this, girl. Just say it.
My favorite part of the portion of that night when we were buying tickets was being on the phone with Becky and Keith and just you and Keith in general. Like when you're together or even just talking together, you're the funniest people I know. And how... Keith rides so hard for you for being gay. Happy Pride Month, by the way.
Happy Pride.
Anytime he sees anything at the stores that has to do with pride, gay, rainbow, he's always texting Matt, and it is my favorite thing?
Yeah, he, you know he's gonna, like, the fact that we're even talking about him right now. Hey, Keith, you fuck. Yeah, no, well, because the day before, he was sending all that stuff, and I was like, are you in, like, a gayborhood? What's happening right now? Why are you have this much access to this much gay shit?
I'm just picturing him posing in Walmart or Target, wherever they were. Becky, take a picture of me with a shirt on.
Oh, God.
Shout out to Keith.
But yeah, so bought tickets, was drunk. And yeah, next day I paid for it. I got home.
I mean, you ate some bad sushi too.
I did.
That was sitting out in the sun. Both you and Josh.
Well, it was in the fridge when I ate it. So,
well, yeah, just ahead of time.
I didn't know how long it was out in the sun. Yeah. But yeah, ate the sushi, ate some leftovers, and I got home and I was like, I think I'm fine. And then I woke up at like 7 a.m. and I was like, this is coming.
Not fine.
And yeah, I proceeded to extract the contents of that late night snack out. And yeah, it didn't last super long. I mean, I felt like shit pretty much the whole day, but
it was also super hot out.
Yeah.
The day before, which I feel like if it's a super hot day, even if you're not drinking as much, you're just getting so much more dehydrated too. And we were you and I are introverted extroverts, so we were also hiding at some points in the kitchen. Not hiding. I mean, we were doing stuff. We were prepping food and whatever. But we were taking our little mental health breaks. Yeah.
Also, I had to stand above the AC for a while because my underboobs were sweating. But so yeah, that's how my week started, and yeah, it's been a little
crazy so
hectic since then. But just pushing through like I always do, baby.
Moving through.
Today.
We got a great episode.
We got some good stuff for you. We have some great listeners, and they listened to some episodes. They wrote into us some stories, some advice, and we want to, share some of that with you guys.
Yeah. Prove we're not alone in our crazy world.
Prove we're not alone, and that we're not the only chaotic, messy bunch of people. So I think, Kayleigh, you have the first one.
I'm gonna start us off. All right. So this was sent in. I want to preface that all of the stories we're going to share today, we've chosen to share anonymous. So whether the listener decided to share their name, I mean, we know their names, but decided to let us know if they want us to share their names or want to be anonymous, we just decided we want everyone to be anonymous. But anyway, so this is one of the first stories that was sent in to us. So it starts right off the bat. Within the last couple of years, I've developed a fear of flying. I can tell you the exact instance when this happened, but we'll save that for another day. So I was preparing for my first flight since developing this fear. I was traveling to Puerto Rico with my, at the time, boyfriend and some family. It was a night flight and I had planned on taking a Xanax, but I can't ever do anything on my own. So I bullied my sister into taking half of it with me. As we were sitting in an airport bar, and was battling between drinking a bunch of wine or popping a Xanax, our flight got delayed. So what did I do? I drank a bunch of wine.
Same.
I get it, girl. I get it. At this point, I was feeling pretty good. But as we were approaching our gate, I was anxious about taking the Xanax because I've never taken one before. Long story short, I took it, and so did my sister. And I think it had the opposite effect on me. While my sister was passed out with her head resting on the tray table, I was pacing up and down the aisle as any chance I got, to the point that the flight attendants asked me if I was okay, and I told them about my anxiety, so they gave me some free wine. I took it back to my seat, which at the point my boyfriend thought he hit the jackpot. Joke's on him. I wanted a reason to go talk to the flight attendants again, so I brought the wine back to them to return it. Taking this all sounds so ridiculous. Returning the wine and getting out of my seat didn't make my boyfriend happy or the flight attendants happy. Then I saw the captain exit the cockpit and go to the bathroom. That freaked me out, so I got up and asked if he was okay.
God.
The flight attendant got in my face and said, if you were on a bus, would you ask if the bus driver was okay? Get in your seat and go to sleep. After that, the rest of the flight was kind of a blur. I remember my sister waking up from her Xanax-induced coma talking about puppies. My flying anxiety still lives on to this day, so don't plan any trips with me.
Oh my.
I guess she watched our anxiety-based episode.
Yeah, my anxiety's not that bad, but girl, first off, this is not about the anxiety. Flight attendant, if I was on a bus and the driver seemed off, I would ask.
But also, if the driver of the bus got up to go to the bathroom, who's driving the bus?
Yeah, so, yeah, I don't know. This is, girl. Wine and Xanax. You never taken Xanax before, and this was your first time.
I know. Oof.
That's a bad decision there. Yeah. Oof.
Mm-hmm. I mean, F that flight attendant. Get in your seat and go to sleep.
I mean,
I'd be like, you get in your fucking seat then.
Yeah.
Give me some pretzels.
I just feel, first off, when I'm on a plane, I don't want to stand up. You can't catch me out of my seat.
No.
Even if I have to go to the bathroom, I'm still like, I'm going to fight it as long as I can.
Right.
So the fact that she was pacing back and forth, which my anxiety, like, this woman has walked past us 10 times. Something's going on.
I thought the same thing.
Okay, anxiety causing anxiety. Like,
right?
Oh, God. Wow.
Not returning the free wine, too.
Well, that's why I was like, did she not drink it? Or was it like a bottle? What's the deal here? Because they don't normally give you bottles, right? Don't they pour it for you?
I think they pour it for you. I mean, I'm not sure. Maybe some have those like half bottles or individual bottles.
Yeah.
But it sounds like they were trying to get this girl drunk to go to bed.
I mean, I probably would have done the same thing, though. I'm like, ma'am. Ma'am.
Sit your ass down.
Like in Bridesmaids.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Bridesmaids?
Yeah.
Okay. Just like, ma'am, you need to take your seat. Oh, God. All right.
All right.
Not a bad one.
Good story to kick us off.
Jeez, anxiety.
Well, it reminds me of a fucking story of my own, though.
What?
I know this is a listener-based episode, but I got to sneak in a story here.
Okay.
So, when my husband and I first started dating, so it's almost 6 years ago now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 6 years ago. This is so embarrassing to tell. I have this, like, I don't know if it's a fear. It's just anxiety. I just couldn't pee around him. I'm going to put it right out there. So it doesn't mean like I couldn't, like, even if he was in a different room, a different floor, like my apartment at the time when we were dating was 2 floors. He could be upstairs. I could be downstairs, couldn't pee. So I would make every excuse in the book to leave the house. Whether I was at my apartment or his apartment, I'd be like, oh, my charger broke. I was cutting that charger in the bathroom. Just give myself an excuse to go pee.
Girl.
I would hold it for so long.
It's not
I couldn't
like
pee.
poop, though.
I know. I don't know what it was. I still have this to this day, though. Like if I'm...
Do you have like a heavy flow when it's coming out?
No, I'm not. It's just, I don't know. Like let's say I was with a colleague that I'm not super close with, and we go to the bathroom, and it's like a small bathroom with 3 stalls. If they sit down in the stall next to me, I'm not peeing till they leave the bathroom. You know, I have pee anxiety.
I mean, I understand it at that point because, like, say I go into the bathroom.
This was for 6 months too. I saw a therapist about it, and then I finally had to tell him. Because it was getting to the point that I was running out of excuses to leave the house. I
mean, I'm surprised he didn't catch on to this. Did he know what was going on?
No.
Not so he just thought you had to run out a bunch of times?
A ton of times.
Fucking idiot.
Once I made an excuse that there was a work emergency. So to leave, I went to Walmart. I peed. And then I told him, oh, they called me halfway there that the emergency was fine. I was getting fucking creative. And I'm a horrible liar. So I don't know how.
I mean, you were lying for 6 months straight.
About my bladder.
Damn, and he still married you?
Yeah, you did.
Girl. I mean, I get the part where if you were with a coworker, like going to the bathroom or whatever, because it's not like, when you're a guy and you have to go into a bathroom, there's stalls.
Right.
And sometimes you end up next to someone at a stall at like the same time. And it's like, all right, well, who's going to pee first? Because, you stand there for a little bit and you're like, la, 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 la.
I can't believe I didn't get like a UTI or bladder infection.
I mean, you didn't because you kept running out.
Yeah, but there were some nights where I was like chilling for 8 hours.
You didn't like go like pee outside, right? You always went somewhere. You didn't like pee outside in a bush.
No, I always went somewhere.
Oh, I've done that before.
Going outside. It's a little easier for you to do that.
I mean, true, but girl, you can squat. The amount of women I've seen pee.
But you've seen this. I mean, my yard is not really like you can hide and squat yard. And then my apartment
was in town.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, listen.
Yeah, sorry to derail. I just had to share
No. It's fine. Anxiety is a thing.
She's a bitch.
I think you and Plain Girl should get together and talk about your anxiety.
Plain Girl.
You email her back, girl.
I will.
And you talk about it. And we'll see,
Like, hey ho, let's go piss on some planes together.
Maybe if she was like, I'm just going to go piss a lot, then it'd be fine. Why is that car so loud? I'm leaving this in just so that people can hear. Did you hear the car, people? So loud. All right. Well, this next one is anonymous. But this is someone that we know. So we'll say that. So it says, hi, Kayleigh and Matt, in parentheses, Hugh. In episode 2, like Matthew, my full name. In episode 2, you all discuss your anxiety slash hypochondria, and Matt references his hurt shoulder. Since he did not tell the whole story, I'd like to provide some clarity as to how his shoulder issue really began. Fuck. Back in 2022, Matt and I attended a barbecue, work-related, but maybe don't mention that. Oh, well, I just did.
Whoops.
And he decided, in parentheses, after multiple drinks, that he was going to attempt a front tuck on the bouncy castle. While the technique was there, the flip attempt resulted in him kneeing himself in the shoulder hard, and thus his shoulder issue began. He said it was due to, quote, lifting something at work, which may be the reason it's persisted all this time, but just thought your listeners would be interested in knowing the, in caps, real story of how it all began. Anyway, love the podcast. Keep up the great work. XX Anonymous.
We love a truth queen. We love it.
Way to call me out. So listen, okay.
Matt's over here like working 9 to 5. She's like doing flips on the trampoline.
So, okay. Clearly, this was a work function. It was, there was alcohol involved and there was a bouncy house. And when was the last time you were like on a trampoline or a bouncy house? So I'm going to take part.
I exceed the weight limit.
I hate it here. I hate it here so much. Well, that's the episode, y'all.
The fact that he's like, no, you don't. And instead he's like, oh, I forgot.
But you say things and you want me to respond.
Always.
But yeah, so that was back in 2022. So that happened in 2022. I hurt my shoulder hard. Like my knee, wham. But then I was good for like a year. And then right around that same time, because we have this like employee day every year, something happened again. And ever since the second time, anonymous person who wanted to write in, yes, I did injure myself. And then I somehow re-injured myself a year later. And that is, it's been...
That's the tea?
That's the tea ever since. I just want, let's clarify the clarify.
Her tea was bubbling. Yours is lukewarm.
Okay, you know what? I don't even know why I come here.
It's your house.
Yeah. That's fine.
And don't try to find us, you creeps.
Yeah.
You know who we're talking to.
Yeah. You know. But I did go to the doctor this week.
Yeah.
That was part of my week to follow up on my shoulder thing. And
did you make the appointment or your mom?
I made the appointment this time.
Okay.
I was an adult and
Keyword
I called.
this time.
I make all my appointments. It's like other stuff I make my mom call. But yeah, so I went to the doctor, and leading up to the appointment, I was like, it's breast cancer. I feel lumps. And so I went into the doctor, and the nurse took me in and was like, hey, what's going on? So I was explaining like, oh, I have pain here, here, here. This is what it feels like. Mm-hmm. And her first question was, have you ever had a mammogram?
Oh my God.
And I was like, do you think I ever had a mammogram? I've never had a mammogram. She was like, have you ever had an ultrasound? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, oh, you have? And I was like, well, no, not on my
titties,
on my breast.
Right. You said the word breast.
I said breast. The whole time I kept saying breast. I was an adult, please. Do you know where I had an ultrasound before? Quick, no?
Was it with your lung? No.
No. What? I had an ultrasound way back in the day on my scrotum. Yeah, I had a hernia, and they didn't know what it was.
Hernia or hemorrhoid?
Hernia. Hemorrhoids on your asshole.
I always mix those up.
And I'm gonna need you to really learn what they are, though, because you cannot be walking around saying I have a hernia on my asshole. Well,
I did once, not for myself, but that's another story.
Oh, God. So, yeah. So she asked those. I said no. And she was like, okay, well, he might want to schedule you for one, or he might have you just go down today, but we'll follow up with you. Now, this is before the doctor came in. So now I'm thinking, okay, she thinks I have breast cancer.
Oh,
because now I have to go. And then he came in. We go over everything. He doesn't really know what it is. So I have to go see another doctor. So, yeah. We'll see how it goes. Still a mystery as to what is wrong with my shoulder / armpit / breast. But moral of the story here is, do not, as an adult, try to do a front tuck on a bouncy castle.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna work.
I mean, I think most people know that, but I think it's good to reiterate for the small percentage of those who, still do it in their 30s.
First off, if somebody in their 30s wants to do it, let them do it. If
you just said don't do it.
I'm just saying, let people live their lives, but think about it. Especially if you're drinking. I wouldn't dare do it now. I'd probably break a hip at this point. But yeah. So, Anonymous, thank you for calling me out there. Love to have someone keep me in check. Yeah, thanks a lot. Don't write in again with checking me on other things.
Please do.
Don't.
Well, on the subject of embarrassing, I have a story that was sent in to us based on embarrassing stories, because they saw how I talked about, my hot dog tampon story, which I will say I've had multiple people that I know who listens approach me and explain to me how they've worn their tampons wrong as well.
Same. I can't relate, but I've heard a ton.
A lot of leaving the plastic applicators on. What was the one that you heard?
The one that I heard was that she wasn't allowed to use tampons, so she had to use pads, but she didn't know you couldn't go in water with pads. And so it was like a high school party or something, and went in with pads, and it was disastrous.
Okay.
But yeah, a lot of people
yeah, a lot of misuse. See, I told you.
Well, and that, at this point, every time I hear it now, I'm like, wow, is this something? I mean, I don't remember learning about this in health class, but why don't they just teach these things?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm not trying to be like the Secretary of Education for the United States of America, but I mean,
I hope not.
Girl, shut up. I'm trying to, people gotta learn these things. They should learn how to use a tampon, how to use a pad, and honestly,
how to wipe. You don't wipe back to front too.
Yeah, how to put a condom on. I just feel like
brush your teeth.
Everyone should know these things.
I agree.
Because at the end of the day, you might not need to, but your partner could be using one of these things or whatever, and just teach it to do something
and how to do your taxes.
How to do your fucking taxes.
How did they not teach you that in high school?
There's so many things I would have preferred to learn in high school instead of
I don't need to know what a motherfucking 90-degree angle is. I mean, maybe
girl, I got some 90-degree angle for you later, but we'll get to that.
Oh God! But I want to know how to do my taxes.
Yeah, I want to know how to do my taxes. I want a bunch of like financing, like how to budget money and do all the like. There's so many things that they could teach you in school, but they don't. Instead, they're teaching you about rocks and
the Pythagorean theorem.
Yeah, y equals mx plus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a.
Okay, well,
that was
the smartest thing ever.
I loved math.
So did I
did love math.
But I didn't remember that.
Yeah.
All right, well, back to my embarrassing story. I mean, it's not mine.
We went on a tangent.
We went on a tangent again. This is a listener sent this in. Dear Call Me Crying, do I have an embarrassing story for you? I'm 27 years old and recently went to my parents' house to move some stuff from their basement into my apartment. My boyfriend and I were there for a few hours going through a bunch of my old high school stuff when we found a book bag. My boyfriend opened it thinking it was more of my stuff, but he immediately yelled out, "Oh my God." I ran over and saw the bag stuffed with dildos.
What? Shut the fuck up.
Stuffed with dildos. And let me be clear, these were not my dildos. They were my parents.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
They were my parents. Oh my God. The color from my face must have fled my body because my boyfriend kept asking me if I was okay and if I needed water. Oh, and how did I know these were my parents? There was a card from my dad to my mom, and I'm an only child. The kicker is, oh God, the kicker is...
There's more? That's enough of a kicker.
That this bag did not only contain dildos, but strap-ons, feathers, and lingerie. Thankfully, my parents were not home, and I have not been able to look at them the same. Ugh. And it's also now my boyfriend's favorite thing to make fun of me for. That's it.
I have so much running through my head right now.
Imagine.
First off, how does okay, these are the questions off the top of my head. How does the book bag end up there? Like...
But also, how did they know there was other stuff in there?
They looked through. They absolutely looked through.
They must have.
Or dumped it out. I hope they use gloves.
I was gonna say.
But also, there were strap-ons.
But it must have been so, like, imagine opening up a book bag.
It's just like, bing, 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 bing. But hold on, because there were strap-ons. Dad is not strapping on.
No.
Unless he's doing, like, double penetration. Which means Mommy Dearest is strapping on. And Daddy Dearest is...
Oh, my God, this poor girl.
Wow. She just learned a lot. And feathers? A little tickle tickle?
And her boyfriend opened the bag.
Oh, they got it. Listen, he's stuck with her for life now.
Oh, has to be. You can't let go of him.
You can't let go of that.
No.
Oh my God.
I'm going to send her a follow-up email. I have so many questions.
I have questions. I just want to... Did you use gloves?
Did you use gloves? What is your parents' relationship like?
Yeah.
Did you expect this?
I mean, does anyone expect this, Kayleigh?
But I feel like they must be like churchgoers.
You think? No.
I feel like sometimes the freakiest of people are the least you would expect.
I know, but they could also be people that you would expect this from, you know? Everyone,
she sounded shocked in her email,
I mean, true, but that doesn't mean they're churchgoers.
I don't know.
I just, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That is, dildos. I wonder. Oh, and I just want to know, like, were they big? Like, what?
I know. Well, that's what I'm
were
saying.
Were they like double-sided ones?
What were the colors?
What were the colors?
Mm-hmm.
Were they clean?
Also, like, did that bag look like it's been down there for a while? Or is it, like, something they're
like they're actively using.
Mm-hmm.
I hope if they're
actively... Was there a date on the card?
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Was it an anniversary or was it like, hey, baby,
and what did the card say? Why didn't she put that in there?
Yeah. Oh, listen, if you're...
It must have been explicit.
Yeah, if you're the listener that wrote this
or why didn't they? Yeah.
You are gonna need to send...
You gotta follow up with
You gotta send some follow-up stuff because I gotta know. We
gotta set up a phone call.
Yeah, you want to Zoom, girl? Mm-hmm. Did you take pictures?
I was gonna say.
Did you take pictures? Oh my God. Have you ever had anything like this happen with you and your parents?
No comment.
Same on my end.
Kim's a listener.
Yeah, Kim's a listener. I don't think my parents listen, but my mom just found out what a podcast was. But yeah, we're gonna talk about this.
Yeah, this is a off camera, off video.
I mean,
or audio conversation.
So I love your mom. Your mom is like so cool, and her and I can like fuck around and talk about stuff. Dildo story kind of leads actually into my next one, since we're talking about things going into places.
And this is a listener story, right?
This is a listener. I will give you this context because you can't really tell. I mean, I guess maybe you can, but context, she's a 25-year-old female.
Okay.
And this is how this goes. I recently started dating this guy I met on Hinge. We seemed to really vibe well and had been talking nonstop. Eventually, we went on a first date that went so well, probably the best first date I've ever been on. I have a habit of going too fast and jumping right into bed on the first date, but based on how it was going beforehand, I decided not to approach this first date the same way. Everything was going really well, and I was really into the guy. He checked all the boxes that I set out. I know you can say that I'm too particular and expecting too much, but it is what it is. After a few dates, I decided the time was right, and I thought, let's have sex. I'd love to say that the anticipation was worth it, but unfortunately that's not the case. We ended up back at my place for a movie night, and I wish the movie was the only thing that scared me. His quote-unquote member was not only small, but had an almost sharp right angle curve. I don't know if it was previously broken or if that's just the case for some guys, because I'd never seen that. We ended up not having sex after I said I had a headache. But truth is, I was too stunned by his member to let him inside my protractor. This is me calling you all crying and asking desperately, what do I do? He's a really great guy, and up until this point, everything has been right. Should I just look past his member? I feel like he knows the vibe is off because I've been a little less talkative, but I don't want to crush him. What do I do? Signed, is this sex or are we studying right angles?
I mean, my first piece of advice is to reach out to the dildo lady and ask for her mom strap on.
Yeah, get the strap on, girl.
Oof, that's tough.
It's like, see,
it was the best first date she's had in a while.
Well, and it like they're vibing really well. Yeah. It's hard. That's where it's like sometimes I'm like I feel the same way where I don't want to just jump right into it, but then also I'm like, nah, I feel like I gotta like see, because
I think she should have sex with him if she's feeling it.
Mm-hmm. She's gonna feel it. She's gonna feel all the right angles. Girl.
Damn. I mean, she should do it to just solidify if it's good or not, which I think we all feel like it may not be good. Mm-hmm. But I think she has to experience it first to determine that. And then if it's not good, I mean, at the end of the day, you can have great conversations, you can vibe, but if you don't have a sex life.
Well, and like maybe she can like work around it. Maybe it's like,
well, that's what I'm thinking. That's why I think she should
like maybe introduce some vibrators or something
some toys,
in there, because like it's also small, which I want. This is always where, and I say this to everyone, where someone's like, oh yeah, I saw this weird penis. I'm like, do you have a picture? Do you have a picture you can share? Yeah. I also just think like, how does that work? Like for oral, you know? How's that work in your mouth for oral? Because I feel like it has to be at that point guaranteed teeth.
I mean, you gotta go on an angle, I guess.
But like, do you like go in at one angle and then turn your head and then like how you're like going like this?
It depends on like when the angle takes place.
And also like what angle is it curving to? Is it curving to the right, the left, up, down? Like,
and at what point of the penis does it happen?
Yeah.
You know?
I just want to see a photo. Always want to see the photo. Yeah. I don't know, because I also feel bad for the guy. It's probably not the first time he's had this happen.
Right. And be honest. Don't ghost him. Don't
Kayleigh, she can't be honest about that.
I mean,
could you imagine? I mean, you can't because you don't have a penis, but
after she, again, if she wants to, I think she should have sex with him. Only if she wants to and it's consented, obviously. And then if it's a problem afterwards, but she's still really vibing with him, then she has to talk to him about it.
But I mean, okay, I get that, but I could not imagine going on a date with someone and then being like, yeah, this is all really cool, but your dick sucks.
That's not how she can. I mean,
how would you? Okay, if you were her, how would you phrase it?
Can I snap it back into shape?
Oh, my friend just cringed a little in my pants.
Gross. Don't do that around me. That's disgusting.
First off, it's not like it was on purpose, okay?
Control that shit.
Girl.
Not your friend, too. Oh my God. What are you, an 80-year-old man?
I didn't want to say, I mean, I said dick before, but yeah.
You've said so many worse things on here. My friend. Little Matt.
Not little Matt.
Little Rug.
I hate you so much. I hate you so much. I mean, I say, girl, just do it. See what it's like.
Mm-hmm. Honesty.
Yeah. I guess be honest. If it's, you think
it will get you somewhere in that relationship. If you're honest, but you still don't want to, if you don't want to pursue it, don't be honest. Because don't hurt his fucking feelings for no reason.
Don't hurt his feelings for no reason.
If you want to pursue it and you feel like you have to be honest because there might be some continued hesitation or whatnot, then do it, because I think that will strengthen the potential of your relationship. But don't be a dick for no fucking reason.
Yeah. And also, listen, who knows? Maybe this is a thing. Maybe it like works.
Yeah, maybe your G-spot's the right.
Take it back now, y'all. Yeah. I say just figure it out.
Yeah.
Also, listen, girl, test his skills. See, if he's got this, then he's got to sort of know how to work it.
He can compensate otherwise, in other ways.
Yeah. So I say, girl, just do it. See what happens, and then take it from there. You know what
Genuine said? Ride that pony.
Well. Yeah, I say go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but what came up when you said the cringe thing and you said, don't do that to me. Mm-hmm. This is totally out there. So if this is already too much for you, don't listen to this part. But did you know that, okay. So you know how like guys can like move their penis. Mm-hmm. Do you know how they do that? Like hands free?
How?
They like clench their butthole.
Bitch.
Like, I'm dead serious. That's how they do it. So like,
what do you mean they? You say we.
I mean we. But yeah, so the next time you freaky deaky with Josh, and he like, I don't know, moves it for you or something,
I'll feel if he clenched it.
Just put your hand right on his asshole.
Have the finger on standby. What are you doing with that? I know all your tricks.
Oh God. Yeah, so
when you're pooping, does your penis just go like
Oh God.
Is it just in the toilet water like
I feel like this is a conversation you can have with your husband.
The second I get up there,
next time
I'd be like pants down and clench that asshole. I'm gonna put one of those rings on it Just move it around. You told me you've had this trick this whole time and I didn't know?
I'm dead.
We talked all last episode about me carrying shit with my tits, and you guys can fucking spell your name with your penis.
Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't know that.
No, but I'm never going to forget.
Well,
Josh, fold the laundry.
Do it with your dick.
OnlyFans, here we come. Oh, fuck. Geez. He's going to kill us.
we really got to find someone else to talk about besides Josh.
They probably think I have an imaginary husband.
Bitch, they're probably like, divorce is coming. It's on the horizon.
He wishes.
Whew, good Lord. All right. Well, so that's, those are the stories we have for you.
Yeah.
Wow. That is,
So yeah, let us know what you thought about this episode. We had a lot of fun reading these stories, and
there were more. So we will try to share more.
And make sure to email us. Anyone who hasn't, Yeah,
I'll give you the lowdown on how to do that real quick. So you can visit our website, callmecrying.com. There is a page there where you can just submit a story. You want some advice. That'll go to us. You can always DM us on our Instagram, which is at Call Me Crying Podcast. Also, while you're there, you might as well just hit the follow button. And then, in terms of like everyone listening, whatever your streaming platform is, follow us, subscribe. You'll get updates as we submit or post new episodes. And be sure to rate us. Be nice with your rating. But we are having a really good time with doing this, and hopefully you all continue to write in. We were shocked by the amount of people that had written in already. Mm-hmm. So write in, and maybe we'll do this more, and maybe we'll
share your story anonymously,
unless you really want to put yourself out there.
If you want, you let us know.
If you have something you want to call someone out, you just tell me. I will call someone out for you.
Matt likes to stir.
You want me to call them? Because I'll call them on the episode.
Matt will just be there stirring.
I will be like an old time butter churner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is that how you churn butter?
No.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I've never.
Wasn't that a field trip when we were growing up?
Yeah.
I always skipped out on those.
Went to Huguenot Street.
Oh, I never went there.
Oh, it's haunted.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Like my basement.
Spooky. Your basement is not haunted.
Okay. One thing I want to call out is Matt's detective skills.
Oh.
Matt, this is another thing we should have talked about, how our week was.
Oh, yeah.
So I had someone in my house, which I found out dramatically on Thanksgiving, back in the 50s. 50s, right?
The 50s,
50s. Someone passed away in the house that I live in now. And I found this out just this past Thanksgiving. It was dramatic how I found out, but whatever. And Matt literally just recently found the article in the newspaper from the 50s about this person dying.
Yeah. And like, it's not like I've been looking. It was like,
no, it took him like brought it up 3 minutes.
Yeah. Listen, I got really good detective skills. You can give me the basics. I'll find.
Like one of my friends, they wanted to find out more about this person they had just started seeing.
Oh, yeah.
And we had the bare minimum information. Yeah. I think just like first name and town.
And like a picture with a background.
And a picture and like an age range. Mm-hmm. I thought I was a pretty good detective. I tried. I did my research. I was telling Matt about it. Again, within 5 minutes, he's like, "Yeah, you think this is the guy?" Confirmed it. Yeah.
Listen, I'm good. You need to find out some stuff. You need a detective. You call me, or you.
If you want to know your mom's ex-best friend's high school,
yeah,
you let Matt know.
Yeah, I will. I could have a whole show for that.
So that's our week. That's our episode. That's our fun-filled storytelling, and we can't wait to do some more. So
write some more. These were great. I need to know all the deep, dark weird things.
Even if you don't want us to share it, just tell us.
Just tell us.
We love the tea.
I don't have to say it on here.
No,
I want to hear it all, though.
We just want that piping hot tea.
Yeah. Yeah, because apparently mine is lukewarm.
I mean,
girl, fuck off.
All right, fam. Well,
thanks for joining, y'all.
We appreciate you guys, and we'll see you in a week.
Yeah. Bye.
Yeah, bye, hoes.